The retail landscape in Thailand is very competitive. It's the changes of consumer behaviors also contributed to the complexities of the retail market. How do you grow so fast in this highly competitive retail market?
So I think basically, again, if I may summarize, we serve mass market, we serve the major people, we serve 80-85% of the people that live in Thailand. What they love about us is about our product range, our competitive prices. I think value for money is the key term that we like to use. And last but not least, our wide store distribution.
What concerns you the most about becoming a listed company, the whole process?
Furthermore, we think an IPO is not an end. It's actually a beginning of, a new chapter of growth and responsibility. So therefore, Mr. DIY Thailand will remain committed growing our business in Thailand, focusing back on our fundamentals. So we see the home improvement market in Thailand is actually still underpenetrated, and that offer Mr. DIY a significant growth opportunity.
Mission to the Moon. Continue with your mission.
เพราะสไลด์ที่สวยอาจจะไม่ใช่สไลด์ที่ Impact Productive Presentation with AI คือคอร์สเรียนสดออนไลน์ที่จะเปลี่ยนวิธีการนำเสนอของคุณด้วยพลังของ AI Tools และวิธีคิดที่จะช่วยสร้างสไลด์ที่ได้ทั้งเร็วและผลลัพธ์ที่ Impact เหมาะสำหรับคนทำงานที่ต้องนำเสนอบ่อยๆนะครับและอยากใช้ AI เป็นผู้ช่วยในการทำงานให้มีประสิทธิภาพมากขึ้นเปิดรับสมัครแล้ววันนี้ที่เว็บไซต์ Mission Academy คลิกลิงก์ใต้คลิปได้เลยครับ
Hello everyone and welcome to Mission to the Moon exclusive interview. I'm your host, Ravi When talking about success in retail business, sometimes the most interesting story isn't about numbers, but about the mindset of the leaders behind it. Today, we have special opportunity to talk about what's behind one of the most successful brands in Thailand. I'm sure you all know about this brand. We are visiting Mr. DIY Thailand's headquarters to have a conversation with Mr. Chin Guangui, the CEO who's behind Mr. DIY impressive growth as they prepare to enter the stock exchange of Thailand. We'll learn about their success story, growth strategies, vision for innovation, and approaches to building a sustainable retail business. From the leader who took Mr. DIY from a store in Malaysia to become a modern retailer leaders with stores across 77 provinces in Thailand. Now let's welcome Mr. Andy. Welcome, Kunandi, to our show, and thank you very much for having us. It's a pleasure to be here. So let's start with the journey of Mr. DIY. I have learned that Mr. DIY started as a traditional stores in Malaysia and has grown throughout the region. It's a very incredible journey. After this, we have about 1,000 stores in Thailand already?
1,000, yes.
Wow, okay. So can you tell us a little bit about the journey itself?
Yeah, first of all, thanks for having me. Yeah, happy to share with the audience about Mr. DIY and about our growth and development in Thailand. Maybe let me start with an intro about Mr. DIY. Mr. DIY is a Malaysian brand. The brand was founded in 2005. So this year marked the 20th anniversary. Today, Mr. DIY is a multinational retailer. Mr. DIY exists in 14 different countries, in most of the countries in Southeast Asia, as well as in Europe, and the latest group's expansion is to South Africa. So collectively, the group operates over 5,000 stores globally. And now move to Mr. DIY Thailand. Thailand is basically one of the most special market for the group because it's the first market that we came overseas. So we started here in 2016. It started from an invitation from Tesco Lotus. So back then, when we are just a retailer in Malaysia, we work very closely with Tesco. And Tesco, not being as a grocer, but also as a mall owner, they wanted to then maximize their location. So eventually, Tesco make our stores and the grocer's entrance next to each other. And due to the beauty of our business, we can actually pull crowd, and the grocer does the same. We actually develop a win-win situation for both parties, and that model has been working very well for many years. And they wanted to bring us to other countries that they exist. So in fact, that invited us to UK, but we thought it's too far as, we are just a Malaysian company with a single country operation. And they said, hey, why not come to Thailand? And we came, and the rest are history. So maybe I also wanted to share with you a bit more about, key facts of Thailand. So today we have exceeded 1,000 stores. Actually, we just celebrated the milestone in May 2025. It took us close to 10 years to do that. Each of our stores cover up to 16,000 products. We are one of the fastest growing retailer in this country and this region. In Thailand, our market share has grown 3 times in the past 5 years. All our stores achieve an average payback period of less than 3 years. In fact, the first 5 years, we spent a lot of time on, fine-tuning our business model. There's a lot of trial and error is happening during that period. We managed to add 250 stores in the first half. And we started to ramp up in the second half and successfully added 750 stores during that period. So basically that reflect, our journey in Thailand and the milestone that we've gone through. And I think it's also important to note that the COVID-19 pandemic does not slow us down. We continue to scale during this period. In fact, around 50% of our store network today were added during the pandemic period between year 2020 and year 2023. And this is also when we achieve a breakthrough developed with our standalone model, which today our standalone model contribute over 68% of our total revenue here. And in terms of store location, majority of our stores are located in the central and northeast region, where the population live. We serve the mass market, so population really matters. And the rest of the stores are scattered around southern region in Thailand. Our store network has covered all 77 provinces in Thailand, and we expanded to the last 2 provinces in the first quarter of this year, which is Mae Hong Son and Phang Nga. And this milestone actually took us close to 10 years to achieve, to cover all 77 provinces in Thailand. Yes. That's, a bit about Mr. DIY.
Wow, that's an incredible journey in Thailand. Now, the retail landscaping in Thailand is very competitive, and I would say it's the changes of consumer behaviors also contributed to the complexities of the retail market. How do you grow so fast in this highly competitive retail market?
Yeah, I would probably take this question to try to explain it into using marketing 4P.
Okay.
I think we always like to start with, people, who is our customer. So first of all, we serve the mass market, right? The mass market, majority of our customers are the middle and lower income customers, which form 80 to 85% of the population. Majority of our customers, their age is between 35 to 65 years old. And over 60% of our customers are female. Many of them are housewives, or if not, working professional women. Yeah. So from here, you could see that basically the one that will really visit Mr. DIY is the one that hold the household disposable income, or the one that have to take care of the house. Whether you have children, you have pet, or you have a house or condominium to take care of, you would then appreciate the Mr. DIY concept and therefore become our target customer. Now, if we look into 4Ps under product, we have 16,000 SKU. Our best-selling categories in Thailand include household and hardware. Both of these categories contribute more than 50% of our revenue. And we do have other categories like stationery, electrical, sports, and etc. And one of the key reasons the consumer love about our, products is basically we constantly refresh our assortment. We bring in average 500 new products every month to delight our customer. We carefully select what stays in our stores. And, we use internal product rating system, data analytics to do all this analysis, and only the best product will remain on Mr. DIY shop that cater to the mass market consumer. We want to make sure our shelf always filled with product the Thai consumer want. So that's key. In terms of prices, according to Frost & Sullivan research, our prices is 27% lower than our competitor. How is that basically possible? I think first we leverage economy of scale by consolidating our order across the entire Mr. DIY network. So when our team are sourcing for products for Thailand, we are not sourcing with just the volume of 1,000 stores. We are sourcing with a volume of 5,000 stores we have globally. And that put us in a very good position of getting low prices. Second, we follow a cost-based pricing model. So when we save on costs, we're able to get cheap prices. We pass the saving back to the consumer in line with our tagline, always low prices. And basically these two actions justify why we are able to maintain such a competitive price. And last but not least, we offer and we apply a one price policy. If you get any product from our store, whether it's in Bangkok, it's in Chiang Mai, it's in Phuket, it's the same price in all Mr. DIY stores nationwide. So consumer, they are confident with our prices and whether, no matter where they shop in the country. Yeah. And then on the last things on 4P will be places, why we able to grow and expand very quickly. It's also we have 1,000 locations in Thailand already. As I mentioned, majority of our stores are in Bangkok, Central and the Northeast region. We have covered all 77 provinces. Broadly speaking, we have two formats. We have the mall format and the standalone format. We have around 300 stores under the mall format, which is 1/3 of our total store, and remaining 2/3 will be the standalone format. So this, convenience that we created enable our consumer to locate our stores easily to find home essential and necessity that they need. So I think basically, again, if I may summarize, we serve mass market, we serve the major people, we serve 80-85% of the people that live in Thailand. What they love about us is about our product range, our competitive prices. I think value for money is the key term that we like to use. And last but not least, our wide store distribution.
I see that through all of this, managing 1,000 stores with high expectations from consumers and product mix and everything, you must use a lot of technology and supply chain and back-end operations. Can you explain a little bit more about how that technological advantage helps with the stores?
Sure. Yeah. Happy to do that. So our business is, supported by effective cost management. We are a very lean company. So because of that, we manage the entire supply chain ourselves all the way to the end consumer. And each of these processes, we adopt technology. Let me first walk you through what are the processes. It starts from supplier and product selection, the first process. And then we manage our own inventory system. We have our own system called Cube that basically manage, our inventory from WMS, fulfilling system and everything. These systems is owned by us. And then we also manage our own distribution network, warehouse, and also manage our own retail operation. And lastly, doing marketing and advertising to drive sales to our store is also being managed in-house. So these are the key processes. And I think the example I wanted to give on technology will be mainly focusing on inventory. A key success of our business is basically product mix. We have more than 16,000 products, and bringing in the right products to the market is never an easy task. So how do we do it? We constantly refresh our assortment. Every month we bring in new products. We use data to determine what the consumer like, and we carefully select what stays in our store. We use our internal product rating system and also data analytics. And this is where the technology comes in, right? We have our own system or framework to determine what product does well, what product doesn't doing well. and then we will have a process to eliminate those non-performing products. So the internal product grading system that we use will measure matrices like profitability, product turnover, sales volume, and etc. And basically each 16 products we sell in our store have their own ranking. They have their own KPI. The good product will stay. The underperformed product will then eventually being flushed out by our system. So this is one of the core technology that we apply on merchandising. Apart from that, on our distribution center, currently we are operating at 2 DC at Samaprakan area with 10 warehouses. We also have 3 hubs in north, one in northeast, and another one in south. And our DCs is also supported by 90 delivery trucks that fulfill the delivery. So the DCs right now already have a WMS system that handle the inventory for us. In addition, we have also recently acquired a plot of land. The land is quite huge, 160 right, with the plans to build automation warehouse. The construction, we plan to start in 2026, which is next year. And the warehouse will be in partial operation by year 2028 and will be in full operation by year 2031, which is 7 years from now. And when that automation warehouse is ready, it will have the capacity to support up to 3,000 stores in Thailand. Of course, then in other processes such as store, we do use technology such as self-checkout counter in some of the high transactional store, and we also use this fulfillment technology. Basically, the store does not need to. The store will not decide what products that come in. It's the system that makes all these decisions. When inventory coming down, it will trigger the system and the reordering will come from the warehouse directly. So the role of the store will be just focusing on making sure all the products on the rack and serve the customers well. And last but not least, I think on the marketing side, we also adopt many technologies. Common things, which is not something new, but pretty effective for us, will be digital targeted ads. When we open a new store, we need to create awareness. Every month we are opening, 18 to 20 new stores. We need to use right marketing to raise awareness, to inform the customers Mr. DIY has already opened. So digital marketing targeted ads is the perfect tools we use. And then internally, we also use tools like Power BI to analyze, our sales performance, the day-to-day data, operational numbers, and etc. So as our business is labor intensive and we grow very, very quickly, technology is key for us to make sure that we are able to maximize our growth rate.
So I guess that this goes to the product mix in each stores as well. So, for example, stores in central location, product mix would be different from stores in maybe rural area. Or how do you manage the product selection in each stores?
I think if we look at, for us, the key differences will be by store sizes.
I see.
Right, we have 1,000 stores. Some stores will have smaller sizes. Some stores may have bigger sizes. But our standalone stores are pretty consistent. It's average at 700 square meter. With 700 square meter, we will then able to ensure it have the full assortment, all the 16,000 products. But in mall, when we operate in mall, it depends on availability. Sometimes the landlord can only offer 300 square meter. Some can go up to 1,006 square meter. So basically, a smaller store will have lesser variety. A bigger store will have, more variety. I think the key differences of product, it wouldn't be vary too much by region, because as a retailer or in the home improvement industry, the key factors of, using different products is by weather. So in Thailand or even in the entire Southeast Asia, it's just hot and raining weather. So what people use at home will be more or less the same. The key differences will be more focusing towards where they shop. For example, in mall, if you go into a mall, you wanted to do something different. you want to watch a movie, you may wanted to have a good meal and buy something else. And therefore, you don't want to carry heavy stuff inside the mall. So in our hardware category in mall will be doing slightly lower, but household and stationery products will run faster. Compared to standalone, the hardware product will sell a little bit better. Yeah. So the difference mainly will be on consumer behavior. Yeah. And who are the people that going to different locations rather than which areas our stores are located.
Right. So you have 1,000 stores, so that means 10,000 people working for you. How do you maintain service level, consistent service level for 10,000 of people? That's going to be quite difficult.
Yeah. I think a few key points. First of all, all Mr. DIY Thailand stores in Thailand are 100% direct owned. That means no franchise. That allows us to keep our standard consistent in the whole country, which includes the store layout, service level, and also operation. I think that is key. We also invest heavily in our people. Every staff member, they will go through onboarding training and also ongoing training. Right? We make sure they are, when in different positions that you are in, you have the right training to operate the store well and also to serve the customer well. And we run regular audits to make sure that the service quality stays high at our store. So that's key. We also run incentive program to reward our star employees and also good performing store. And that really helps to motivate and keep their spirit high. And most importantly, Mr. DIY, when we open a new store, we hire the local people. So each of our store will have an average 10 employees. And these employees that we hire, they are the people at that area, and they are part of the community that they serve, right? And their local insights will then able to help us to serve our customers in that respective area better every day. Yeah. So I think that is some of the way that we use to keep our service level consistent and good. Yep.
When you were opening a new stores, what factors in particular that you look at before, say, select the location or,
Yeah. First of all, we will look at the population. Why? We serve the mass market. So I think a very easy explanation, like, if I need to wear a hat of my business development team, every year we plan to open 200 stores every year. So to open 200 stores, the team actually has to visit at least 1,000 sites because the conversion rate is 20%.
Okay.
And how do we decide where we want to open? Basically, we are using, this number called population per store ratio. It's basically the number of stores we have divided by the population of Thailand. So we have 1,000 stores today. Thailand have a 75 million population. That makes our population per store 75,000 for this year. We will then set this number as a median to benchmark with different regions or provinces that, we have. Let's say today in the northern region, the population per store is 100,000. That versus 75,000 we have in nationwide average. This data then suggests us that we could have more stores in the north. Our team will then go to do a site visit, look at catchment area, or even talk to the mall to identify suitable location. Yeah, and as I mentioned, the conversion rate is like only 20% because we also need to make sure that when we are chasing on quantity, but at the same time we are still maintaining the quality of the store. So when we open a new store, we would measure their performance instantly. So the way that we measure, I think I talked about the average payback period earlier. We are doing less than 3 years. So we are also using the same methodology to set our sales target achievement. So basically, when once the stores is open, every store will have their own sales target. The sales target will be calculated based on a 3 years payback scenario that include capex, inventory, and also deposit, and etc. So, for instance, in the first month, if they achieve 100% sales target, that means they are on track for a 3 years payback period. If they do 150, that means they will be 2 years each. If they're only doing 50, then that means they are going to take more than 5 years.
That's it.
In the past 12 months, we achieved the first 30 days sales. We achieved at the average of 120 to 130%. That means all our stores will be comfortably below the 3 years payback period. So I think this will be the two key things that we look at. We use population per store ratio, population numbers to determine suitable location. We send the team in to assess where is the right place, where is the right catchment. And once the store is open, we will use the sales target achievement to then measure, whether the stores are doing well or whether this, BD team, they are doing their right job, proposing a right location for the company. Yeah. So basically, this is our thought process on store expansion. Yeah.
Oh, very interesting. Thank you for that answer. Now, going to the IPO question, which I think is the big challenge and would be something that we are looking for. What concerns you the most about becoming a listed company, the whole process?
I think, first of all, becoming a public company certainly will raise the bar on transparency as well as governance. But this is not something new for us. Even before our IPO, DIY Thailand, we already been operating with the same standard and framework as a public company. So we have an experienced management team and also very seasoned board of directors that help to oversee the company. DIY Thailand, we have 7 board members, considered small compared to many public company, but effective, right? And majority of our board members are independent directors. And our board members has, different knowledge and experience in different industry, which it will able to help DIY Thailand to, with long-term value creation. We have also 3 subcommittees. They are the audit committee, NORM-RAM committee, and also the corporate governance and sustainability committee to help us to oversee into respective key area. Yeah. So furthermore, we think an IPO is not an end. It's actually a beginning of, a new chapter of growth and responsibility. So therefore, Mr. DIY Thailand will remain committed growing our business in Thailand, focusing back on our fundamentals. So we see the home improvement market in Thailand is actually still under-penetrated, and that offer Mr. DIY a significant growth opportunity. Our plan is to continue expanding new store. We plan to add at least 200 new stores every year and target to reach 1,500 stores by year 2027. So if you think about that, basically we are going to add 50% to our store network in 3 years' time. And our market share is only at 9%, despite we are the market leader. And beyond store expansion, we will continue to drive our growth through merchandising. Merchandising is key. It's the most important part of our business. So every product on our shelf will go through a strict 4-step assessment process. We will constantly bring in, new product to delight our customer. We brought in average 500 new products every month. We will carefully select what stays in our store based on our internal product grading system, data analytics, and all this technology we're using. And only the top performing products will remain on our shelf. This is a practice we'll be continuing to do to drive revenue. So in short, offering the right products at the right price, at the right quality is a key driver of our success to growth in Thailand. We want to make sure our shelf will fill with the product the Thai consumer want. And therefore, merchandising will be a key area that we'll be focusing to drive our growth in the next following few years. And lastly, we will continue to manage our costs effectively and to continue to keep our operation lean. Mr. DIY has the highest gross profit and net profit margin among the Thai retailers, yet our price is 27% lower. How do we do it? Basically, we are highly efficient in our supply chain. So on the sourcing side, we will buy products, import products or local products depending on cost advantage. We leverage economy of scale by consolidating our purchases with the entire Mr. DIY global network. We will continue to practice cost-based pricing. When we save on costs, we pass the saving to our consumer. And that is aligned with our company tagline, always low prices. So these will be some of the key areas that we will continue to focus to drive our growth for Mr. DIY in Thailand.
Do you think consumer preference in the future will change a lot? For example, we have more and more growing in terms of aging population in Thailand. Do you think that will affect what Mr. DIY offers to the market?
Yes and no. Yes and no. Of course, I mentioned our target customers are actually from 35 to 65 years old. Actually, a lot of our products offerings are actually capturing the retired or the older population. Some of the products that they like to buy from us, including gardening, or any things that need to use for your home. For Mr. DIY, the key things for us to grow is also the flexibility we have in our product assortment. So we will continue to evolve our offering depending on what the people wants. For example, during the pandemic period, that is a time that we switch to offer much more COVID-19 essential product, things like face masks, face shields. These are the things that are selling very well in our store, and also some cleaning utensils. They are doing very well. And we in year long we also will cover most of the festive period, like Songkran, Halloween, Christmas, and etc. So I think for us, we will evolve our merchandising based on the market needs. But most importantly, what we have right now, the offering that we have right now, basically is cater for everyone. It's cater for all age group. You could get baby products. You could get, things from the older community, older customers. It appeals to all income levels. Middle and lower income is main, but we also, appeals to, we can see the higher income customers actually start shopping with us. Especially this year, we can see. So what we do, we get Nelson to do a research every year. We manage to, we look at who are our customers and what is their spending behavior and things like that. So we managed to see that there's an increase of higher income customer that come to our store. It actually increased from 15% to 18%. I think this is caused by the soft economic landscape in Thailand, and consumers just wanted to tighten their wallet. So my point is, the offering we have right now caters for everyone. Although we target the mass market, the middle and lower income customer, we can see the higher income segment is also coming in. Age group is never a key concern, because age group, we have all the products that, basically for anyone to use at home.
In today's business, I think the other point that we really need to talk about is sustainability. Retail business can have a lot of roles playing this and the sustainability goal. How do Mr. DIY plan on doing that, or right now, also in the future as well?
Sure. So on the ESG side, we will continue to proactively engage on ESG initiative to build a long-term sustainable business in Thailand. So on the environmental side, one of our key projects are the solar panel program, where we have installed solar panel in our warehouses and also in our standalone store. Solar panels in stores has been working well, proven successful with a payback period of 3 years, and also help to reduce utility costs up to 35%. 20%, which directly contributing to our bottom line. Yeah. On the social aspect, we believe in giving back to the communities. Our CSR team, they have run many initiatives that focus on children, university, disabled people, and also other underserved group. And also as we grow and open new store, we create new jobs. So every year, our new stores will create approximately 2,000 new jobs for the local communities. So as we continue to grow, ESG will remain a core part of our strategy, ensuring Mr. DIY create value not just for the customers and the shareholders, but also for the communities we serve.
That sounds very interesting and inspiring. Now, that's bring me to my last question. This is about leadership and how you think about business as yourself. You have been managing a very big company. I would say, what is your leadership style that you think it's working, and what is something that some lessons you've learned that this might not works very well?
Yeah, maybe I can comment from on behalf of the company. I think first of all, although we are the market leader in our segment, but we are still a very young company. 20 years in Malaysia, 9 years in Thailand. We are still learning, and many things, we learn it through the process. Yeah, so that makes I think the best way to explain the value of our company, what we really treasure is by a value that we communicate with all our employees. So we use these terms called SPEED, speed, and actually each alphabet representing different value. Start from simplicity, speed for S, to positivity for P, and effective and efficient for the double E, and lastly D is for data driven. I think this will be the key value that we embed among the management and also the employees. So maybe let me walk you through one by one. Sure. On simplicity, I think this is key for our business. It's also a DNA of the company that the founders believe, right? We can see many simplified process we adopt in our businesses. Like for example, when we add 20 new stores every month, all the store opening process has been simplified and has been split and break and run by different departments automatically. And also on our pricing strategy, we follow a cost-based pricing. So it's so simple. We just focus on reducing our costs. We're focusing on, sourcing competitive products so we can maintain the pricing competitive. And when we price our product, we don't really look at the market price. We focus on the cost again, and by just getting the target margin we want, this will be our pricing. Again, it's simplification in our model. Otherwise, we have 16,000 products. It's impossible to benchmark all the products. What is the market is pricing? On the second value, positivity, I think the key thing as the market leader, a lot of things that we are doing are basic. No one have done it before. So the mentality is important. We need to have a can-do mindset. And that is always the start. By having that, then we were able to evolve and we were able to stay ahead and to enjoy the first mover advantage. And always focus on creating win-win outcomes. Win-win outcomes for the people we serve, win-win outcome for our suppliers, and win-win outcome for our customers. Effective and efficient is very business driven. I think mainly is to remind the employees to utilize the company resources effectively to create the most efficient outcome for the company. And last but not least, data driven. I think it's key. As a young company, as a fast-paced company, data is everything for us. All the big and small decisions we have in our company are made by data. Yeah, they say action speaks louder than word, but we say, data basically speaks louder than word. So we use data analytics a lot, and we encourage the staff to make scientific-based decisions using data. Yeah, we like to quantify everything, even on marketing, which is something quite subjective. We would love to quantify it and make the decisions, everything from data. So, and lastly, if you move into this, you join all this together, the word speed, basically means moving fast, being agile, being innovative. Yeah, all these values basically help to shape our company, rightly explain the value we truly believe, and help us to grow into the stage we have today. Yes.
That is very inspiring, and thank you very much, Kun Andy, for sharing all of this with us. I think this is a very insightful episode, and we know much more about Mr. DIY, and all the best luck for the great expansion we're going to see in the future.
Thanks, Ravi. ขอบคุณครับ
ขอบคุณครับ Thank you very much, Mr. Andy, for sharing your fascinating story and insight with us today. We've seen the successful formula for a true business leader who doesn't just sell products but create opportunities for society as well. It's not just about sales, but about solving problems and creating values for the consumers as well. We've gained a lot of knowledge and inspiration to take home today. Thank you for sharing your inspiration with us, and see you in the next episode. Goodbye.
Mission to the Moon. Continue with your mission.
The Meeting Book นะครับเป็นสมุดอีกเล่มหนึ่งที่แนะนำให้พกไว้ที่โต๊ะทำงานว่าจริงๆ Meeting Book เนี่ยมันมีข้อดีเพราะว่าเนื้อหาในการประชุมเนี่ยมักจะค่อนข้างเยอะเราลืมเพราะว่าตอนนั้นมันสำคัญขนาดไหนตอนที่เราประชุมแล้วบางทีเราก็ลืมไปเลยใช่ไหมเราก็ไม่ได้ตามแล้วเรื่องมันก็ตกหล่นไปนะครับถ้าเกิดว่าคุณใช้ Meeting Book เล่มนี้อย่างต่อเนื่องเนี่ยนะครับเพราะว่ามันออกแบบมาเพื่อการประชุมโดยเฉพาะเพราะฉะนั้นให้ทุกการ Meeting คุณเนี่ยง่ายขึ้นเป็นระเบียบแล้วก็ productive มากกว่าที่เคยอย่างแน่นอนนะครับ